What's up, y'all? For those who don't know me, I'm Sharonda, mother, alchemist, artist, whatever. Yeah, this channel is for real bitches only. You feel me? I'm the real bitch talking about real shit. You feel me? My authenticity is my aesthetic. So what you see is what you get. I'm not gonna be coming up on here all the time being dolled up, done up, prissy and all that shit. Motherfuckers know how I get when it's time to get like that. And again, like me being my authentic self is me showing you me. You feel me? So let's just jump right into it. The subject today at hand is how it's hard being a bad bitch. Now let me make something clear. My definition of a bad bitch is not everybody's definition of a bad bitch. And if people think about bad bitches, they think about the exterior. To me, it's interior, and exterior is really just a bonus because I know some real pretty bitches with ugly ass souls. So to me, like I said, being a bad bitch is really a mental thing. It's being able to come up on here like this and not caring about being judged or being talked about or feel like you got to do all this extra stuff to be accepted. Like, I'm an extra bitch because I like to be an extra bitch, but it's not necessary. It's not needed. And I feel like with social media has definitely construed people's minds, and people just feel like they always got to be their top 100% in order to get respected, listen to. And I just want to break that out of that mode, and I just want to showcase, goddamn, me. Like, I want people to know the real me. Like, yeah, you're gonna see the bad bitchery and all this, then the third, but that's what Instagram for. You feel me? That's where you can see the bad bitchery at. This is for the real bitches. You feel me? Like, since I was a kid, I've always had a light to me, and I didn't understand the magnitude of my light basically up until I had my son. My son is about to be 3. Shout out to my baby. And it wasn't up until I had him that I really started to truly understand who I truly was at my core. Who I was, who I am, and whose I am. And, like I said, like with me being a kid, like I've experienced older people hating on me, which was always weird. Even being in grammar school, and look at the sun coming out for me. Look at me looking delicious. Just boys bullying me because I've never been a girl who thought like a dude being mean to me meant he liked me. You hate me. Like, that's how I've always took it. It ain't never been, oh, he like you. No, that nigga don't like me, because if you like me, you wouldn't be treating me like this. So I never really conflated the two. So like when, the dudes who would bully me would try their damnedest to get on that, now it's just be like, is you cool? You ain't really like me for real. So how all of a sudden, yeah, I'm fine, I'm this, that, and third, but in elementary school, it wasn't that. And it's just like, people talk about self-love a lot, and I'm big on self-love. I'm big on loving yourself, because when you love yourself, you can pour fully into other people. But to me, it's so much deeper than that. It's so much deeper than, life is so much deeper than just loving yourself. And I don't think people understand, like, dark-skinned black women get it the worst. Like, you can't self-love your way out of everything. It's imperative to have real community around you, and people don't understand like our pain because they haven't really experienced it. So you've grown up in community, you've grown up seeing representation and not being the butt of everybody's jokes. You've grown up seeing that. So no, you're not going to be able to sympathize with me because you don't understand my story. You don't understand my struggle. It's personal to me. And what always has irritated me is how people always want to talk over us. Because like, even as a child, I was very lively. I was so full of myself. I was so sure of myself before the world got its hands on me. And then as I gradually entered high school, which was crazy because at the time I'm entering high school, which is like 2010, social media really starting to pop and go off. So at the time, I'm watching hella people I don't know, people, because, when social media first came out, it was a thing. I don't know about everybody else, but Chicago, you just used to add people. So like, even with that, like, I would see people that I knew, people that I love, would be talking shit about dark-skinned women, and I'm just like, but you're telling me you think I'm cute, you think I'm this, that, and third, but I see how you always talking about dark-skinned women, because little do people know, like Baby Lenorth remembers, I can honestly say, since growing up on social media and always having a decent following, because like I've always been funny, and again, it goes back to my youth. Girls never really tried me. Like, let's be completely honest. Girls never really tried me. I always had to fight and prove my way with men, like boys, like niggas, because for the simple fact that people have always masculinized dark-skinned women. So, like, I always had to show who the fuck I was, because niggas would always want to try me. Would always think it would be funny to try me. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna develop some thick skin around here. So it'd be so funny to me. People like, you so funny, you so this, that, and the third. I had to develop a personality. And it wasn't that I was ugly, because like I go back and look at pictures of myself and be like, damn, I was beautiful. But at the time, I didn't feel that way. Like, I will never forget, like, being young, being on the computer, just looking at pictures of light-skinned women, mixed women, because that's all I'm seeing. That's what is the majority, like, pushes towards. So I'm just like, damn, why couldn't that be me? But then it's like, you know, if I could go back and talk to childhood me, like, I would just hug her and just love her and let her know how beautiful she is. Because, baby, can't nobody tell me shit now. And it just be so crazy, again, just seeing a pushback now of me loving and celebrating myself. That shit really be ruffling people's feathers. And I'm just like, I know you was outside when this was going on. So why you acting like I can't celebrate myself? Like, even in high school, like, I ain't never had no problem getting niggas, you feel me? Never had a problem with that. But as I got older, again, your mind just worked differently. So I just had to realize, like, it's a difference between getting niggas and getting quality niggas. Like, don't mind my nails. If you see they dirty, I was planting. Bitch, I'm a mother. No drama. So it's like, it just always just rubbed me the wrong way, just to see how people interact with us, how they treated us, and just shoved us off to the side like we wasn't worth a motherfucking damn. Like, it always has gotten me in my feelings. And it's just like, you know, I've been compared to animals. Like, niggas used to be in my mentions. Like, I was on Twitter when Twitter first came out. So this was before you could mute words, you could mute people. It wasn't no quote tweet for real. Like, people, you have to see everything. Like, people would be in my mentions saying anything. When I say I was funny, like I said, I had no choice but to develop that personality, because nobody was really checking for me. Like, yeah, to be people to here and there. And even then, like, now I'm thinking back to it, a lot of them niggas was trying to humble me. Like, a lot of times you just be a body to niggas. Like, niggas just want to say, yeah, I hit that, I smashed that, like, I got a piece of that. Like, that's all they really be wanting to do. They don't really see you, you know, as a real, genuine person with feelings, emotions, and who wants love. They see you as a joke. Like, I've had niggas in my face calling me the fucking gorilla from fucking Planet of the Apes, thinking shit like that is funny, and a nigga blacker than me. But again, I had to realize, like, a lot of these men be attracted to you, and they weren't taught that we are attractive, because to them, it's like liking a man. I ain't to say that I'm a nigga, I'm a real nigga, but they've never was really taught that, you know, you can be attracted to dark-skinned women. There's nothing wrong with that, because everybody wants to be with the light bright. And I ain't mad at it, do you? But don't come to me trying to date me and trying to have me as your motherfucking experiment. I don't want to be your experiment. I want to be genuinely loved and pursued because you genuinely want me. You genuinely like me. You genuinely want to be around me. Like, and it's like, now, why the fuck my voice cracking like that? It's like, now where I'm at, emotionally, mentally, I'm proud of myself, because a lot of times people just want to act like they've always been so perfect. And I was just watching an interview with Viola Davis, and she was talking about how a lot of black women try to outstrong each other and have this syndrome where we always want to appear perfect. I'll be the first to say I fucked up. I haven't always been the best person. I haven't always shown love to other women. I've always felt like all bitches is always hating. Now, don't get me wrong now. Don't take what I'm saying over your head, because bitches definitely be hating. But what I'm saying is, it's like, once you get out of your ego, and it's not to say your ego is gonna die ever. Like, your ego is always gonna be a part of you. But you have to get out of your ego sometimes and just realize when you're fumbling good connections because of your own experiences. Because I didn't really grow up in an environment that made me feel safe in my feminine energy and let me know the confounds and the beauty in women friendships. Like, I thank God that I've had women friends that I've been able to grow with, but I've also had women friends that I've had to separate from. And it hurts when you realize that some people can't see you past where they actually met you at. People can't see you past that one mistake that you made. But my advice to anybody is just right your wrongs. That's the only thing that you can do. Once you start having that self-awareness and you take some time to actually stop and think, because that was a lot of me just being impulsive and not really allowing myself to be one with my emotions, be one with my feelings. So I never really took the time to really unpack that shit until I got older. So now it's like, you know, I'm operating in a better type of energy. Like I just want to show love. I just want to show people that I want to show black women specifically. Let me not just say people. I want to show black women specifically the beauty of loving on one another and not always seeing each other as competition. Like, girl, these niggas gonna always be there. Follow your dreams. Do what you really want to do out of this life. Be you. Be great. You feel what I'm saying? Because, like, I feel like we've always been taught that women are competition. They want your nigga. They want your spot. So make sure that you doing what you got to do to keep a man. But nobody talks about the importance of building real community with real good girlfriends, you know? And even with men, like, not even being taught how to grow a community and really love men outside of our actual sexual and intimate relationships, being able to develop good relationships with men outside of that scenario of us just being together intimately. So it's like, you know, now, like, where I'm at, like, I'm really loving myself. I'm really sure of myself these days. I'm taking more time to think and just be myself. And I just realized how much it frustrates people when people are so used to you being a certain type of way, they can't really see you outside of what they've always seen you as. And you have to be appreciative of the people who are willing to grow with you. That's what I'm saying. It's really hard being a bad bitch, because now that I'm in an energy where I really know myself. I'm really sure of myself. I know who I am and whose I am. It's easy for me to see the old me in other people. I say all the time, people are mirrors. The shit that we can so easily point out in other people, we are guilty of doing it ourselves. People who are so thirsty to try to bring you down and talk all this shit and make it seem like you not this, you not that, they're doing it themselves, but they're not having those conversations with themselves. Because I can notice something in somebody and tell them in a loving way, like, hey, you know, Hov did that, so hopefully you wouldn't have to go through that type shit. But everybody is not going to be in a space where they can really open up and accept that. And that has been something that has been hard for me, because I know if I've had issues being open in my women friendships where stating my boundaries. So now that I've gotten to a space where I'm doing that, like, I've lost few friendships. Like, I've lost certain parts of relationships with different people just simply for just stating my boundaries, like being a bad bitch, like just saying, no, I don't want this doesn't feel right for my soul, this does not feel good to me. When I stopped letting life happen to me and I started realizing life was happening for me, it just made me just like get rid of shit that's just not for me, and not even questioning God when he's getting rid of things that I don't want to let go of. So I'm just saying all this to say, like, it's hard. God damn it, it's motherfucking hard, because nobody hears you when you nice. Nobody hears you when you kind. And that's the shit that gets me. I don't give a fuck about being seen as a bitch, being angry, none of that shit. Because people will try to place these stipulations on you so you don't open your mouth and you don't say what it is that you really want. Because nowadays, like, I'm a big talker. Like, I love to talk. Anybody who know me, like, know I love to talk. And I know I can come off preachy sometimes, but I don't give a fuck. You know, I don't care. Like, I don't care. Like, that's just my personality. That's just who I am. Spirit moves through me, through my words, through what I say. And I just want to use that for something positive, for something great. So, like, this is really what I want to do, because I want to give people a different perspective and just tap into stuff that they probably have never even thought of. Just being able to love and show up for people outside of ways that they haven't thought of. Because, again, like, so much of who I was got put down because I didn't want to step on other people's toes, and I seen how people treated me, and I just wanted so badly to fit in. I don't give a fuck now. I love my solitude, I love my peace, and I just want to be around people who make life easier for me and not stressing me the fuck out. Like, I'm already a mom. Like, I already have to deal with, you know, being a parent. So it's like, I don't want to deal with no extra bullshit. It's because one, like, becoming a parent, like, you're reparenting yourself in the process. So it's like, I'm focusing on healing myself. I don't want to be around nothing and nobody that's remind me of anything that I'm trying to get away from and causing me to snap back and be old parts of me that is not there anymore, just so they can say, aha, bitch, I knew you wasn't this, I knew you wasn't that. Because that shit hurts. That shit truly hurts. And I'm just in a space now where I'm just genuinely loving and liking myself and just wanting to be around myself for real, and just loving the people who love on me. So I just want to close out this video with saying, baby, if you a bad bitch, stand in your bad bitchery, 10 toes, never fold. Because the world is going to try their best to humble you. Ground yourself. You ain't got to be humble, but ground yourself. And understand that you a bad bitch. They can't kill you. They can try, but they're not going to succeed. So make sure you loving on yourself. Make sure you're taking that time to cultivate a real community, unpacking trauma and all that shit, because your trauma is not your identity. Use it to become a better person. What you learn and the wisdom that you gain, that's what makes you you, not the trauma. You ain't need that shit. You ain't need it. So when I say it's hard being a bad bitch, baby, it is. But only the strong survive. And I'm still alive. I'm still alive. Let me stop playing with y'all. Y'all know who it is. It's Sharonda. And my authenticity is my aesthetic. Make sure y'all subscribe to our bitch channel. And stick around. Because we just getting heated up. Okay?